All I've got to say is bravo, brother. That is one gnarly pumpkin. Okay, Jay, so maybe you've heard, but maybe you haven't, that Apple just announced another release party for next week that is floating around under the theme, "We've got a little more to show you." Now, the word on the rumor mill is that the little in the invitation could be making possible reference to a smaller 7.85-inch screen iPad. And Jay, being the proud owner of an iPhone, iPad, iMac, and Apple TV, I've got to say I'm a little surprised that I'm not more excited about this. In college, of course, as a business major, Apple is a company that we talked about day in and day out, and that's because it was such a prominent company, not only on a fiscal level, but on a pop culture level as well, just known for its innovation. But that there at the end, innovation, that's what teachers always wanted to dig out of us, whether or not as students we actually viewed the company as innovative. Because the thing is that Apple comes out with innovative versions of existing products, but usually the products themselves are not innovations. The fact is that very rarely does Apple actually come out with a product itself that's innovative, but whenever they come out with their version of a new product, it always ends up being the benchmark for whatever that is. And Jay, when it comes to this argument, I've always come up in the defense of Apple. I've always felt that despite the fact that their product isn't necessarily 100% brand new original ideas, they're still coming out with whatever ends up being the best version of that product that everyone else tries to copy as closely as they can without it being a patent infringement. But here we are, Jay, right on the cusp of the release of a new Apple product, and I'm just not that excited about it, and I'm not sure why. And I even remember how I felt right before the release of the iPad, and I was questioning how it could possibly be a game changer. I was always asking, what does it really offer that you can't do with either an iPhone or a laptop? But I was completely wrong, and it turns out there's all sorts of applications for an iPad. On the one hand, you've got the iPhone, which is great for personal use or if you wanted to show something to one or two people, but anything more than that, you kind of start stepping into the realm of the iPad, which is excellent for as many as 5 to 7 people, and anything less than that. Jay, basically what I'm trying to figure out is what new applications of this concept of the tablet does a smaller iPad offer? What can it be used for that either the iPhone on the one hand or the iPad on the other can't already do? The point I'm trying to make and the question that I'm asking, Jay, is Apple's products have always been a game changer, and I'm wondering, do they still have it? Or are we about to see the day where an Apple product is just going to go on the shelf alongside all the others instead of in front of them? Or do you think it's possible that Apple's new, smaller iPad could potentially change the tech world once again? Also, tomorrow is Friday and you are up, so do you know what that means? It's time for Ask Jay! So if everybody would kindly leave your questions in the towel section down below, Jonathan will do his very best to answer as many of them as possible in his video tomorrow. And Jay, other than that, that's all I've got for you today, man. I'll see you tomorrow.